All right, what's going on, guys? Today is the start of the tampering period,
The legal,
the legal
tampering,
tampering
period.
And
Gotta make that clear.
it's
Legal.
also beautiful outside too,
I know, it's a
dude. It's
beautiful day out here.
March 9th, and I'm sitting in the studio with a t-shirt and shorts on.
I saw
and it
the
was
weather
snowing, like,
earlier.
2 weeks
It's
ago.
like 70 degrees today. It's absolutely beautiful outside. So,
And then 2 weeks ago, we were shoveling like 2 feet of snow.
I know. Had 20 inches of snow that was all built up.
Oh my goodness!
Like, that shit didn't really melt until, like, last week.
yeah,
And now,
now
it's
everything
70
is
degrees.
it's 70 degrees.
It wasn't a cloud in the sky like when I was driving here.
How bipolar the East Coast is.
So, but hey, I'll take it while I can get it.
Exactly.
'Cause it's going to be, I think they said it's going to be rainy like the later stages of the week. So I'll take the sun.
We'll take the sun. So.
Take the sun any day.
So the start of the tampering period has already a flurry of moves.
Look, first move I saw was at 12:04. I don't know how you can get a contract done in 4 minutes. They're
Yeah.
definitely talking to these players before they're supposed to be.
Oh, they have to be talking to the players before.
Like, dude, the Alec Pierce one came in. It was at 12:04, 4 minutes after.
Well, you can also remember
Deadline.
before the tampering period, you can also re-sign players as well.
Yes.
So technically, it was not even a cut. Technically, he was getting re-signed.
Yeah, that's true. But still, there were some other people too where it was like 10 minutes in, and
Yeah,
they're
that's the thing.
signing with a new
Mhm.
team, and it's like, oh, that's definitely gonna raise some eyebrows.
Some eyebrows,
like,
yeah.
That doesn't seem like you worked the deal out for 120 million in
It's
10
a
minutes.
lot, yeah.
Like,
But not our first move, just a couple of to start the tampering period. How about an overpay by the Carolina Panthers for Jalen Phillips, no longer on the Eagles?
the fact that they gave him as much money as they gave him,
$30 million a season for 4 years.
that is so much of an overpay.
It's so ridiculous.
So
Ridiculous overpay.
I
I mean,
saw
Phillips
people-
is good. Like, congratulations. Like,
yeah, get your
damn,
money.
You just got
I'm not gonna.
bag. Like, the
gonna
Eagles,
fault
I knew the
Jalen
Eagles.
Phillips.
There were reports saying like the Eagles were going to be on him, and how they were wanted to get him back, like on a contract. But I think the most they would offer is 20.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then
for him,
the Panthers came in and
maybe 21 or
his-
22,
on Spot Track, his expected value is like 17.3 million.
and he got way more than
He got almost double that.
17.3 million, getting 30 million a season.
Oh.
Carolina. Do we know how much of that's guaranteed?
80 million.
80
of the
million of it
120
is
million
guaranteed. So that's a pretty significant commitment to be making to a guy that only had 5.5 sacks in 17 games last year, and then
Not
only
even
played
that,
12
too.
games the 2 seasons before.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
Remember, he's missed 48% of the games of his career
Yeah,
so far.
like before last season, he had only played 12 games in the previous 2 years of his career. You know, like
Yeah,
last
people don't
season, I
remember
think, was
that.
the first
Like,
time
he's
he
played-
did 17 all
Mhm.
season. So that's a huge overpay for Carolina. And I mean, hey, if they want to spend their money irresponsibly, go for it. It's one less competitive team in the NFC to go up against the Eagles.
It's not like the Eagles are going to be spending that type of money on Jalen Phillips.
But like, golly, man, that is way too much money for a guy
Mhm.
that generated less than 7 sacks last year.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
The
dude,
thing
really?
is now the Eagles are basically going to be getting that third round pick back.
Yes, they
So
will.
they traded him for a third round pick. You get that third round pick back. Or even Stevens.
Basically, but it does stink that who are you going to go after now? Especially from a defensive end standpoint.
Especially from a defensive end standpoint, I think they are mostly going to have to look in the draft unless they can. I was hearing rumors about a trade for Jonathan Grenard.
Okay, from
The
what's he on?
Minnesota.
Minnesota,
I
yeah.
was hearing rumors about that, and then defensive end position. I mean, maybe Trey Hendrickson, but I don't know if
I
they're
mean,
going to be able to.
If that's how much Jalen Phillips just got,
Yeah.
how much is Trey
Hendrickson
Hendrickson gonna
gonna
get,
get? Yep.
dude? Trey Hendrickson has had 13 sacks 4 out of the past 5 seasons. You're telling me some guy with 5.5 just signed 30 million? How much is Trey Hendrickson gonna get? Is Trey Hendrickson gonna get a 50 million per
Yeah.
year contract or some shit? Like, because he's
I
gonna
don't
want
know,
more
yeah.
than Jalen
Mhm.
Phillips, and he's gonna want a significant amount more than Jalen
Yeah,
Phillips.
Jalen Phillips kind of just
He
well, not even
produced
Jalen
so much
Phillips,
more than Jalen
The
Phillips. did.
Panthers kind of just upped the market for
Yeah.
all defensive ends.
Yeah, like the Panthers just broke the defensive end market by paying Jalen Phillips what they paid him. Jalen Phillips is not a top 15 defensive end, and you just made him the richest. I mean, like,
one of the richest defensive players.
yeah, I
in
don't
the
know
league.
if he is the richest, but he's a top 10 now. Top 10 of one of the richest, defensive
A couple
ends.
days
and
ago,
he's not
Daniil
a top
Hunter got
10.
like $40 million. So
Yeah, but Daniil Hunter, I think, is
probably
much better.
Yes,
than
much
Jalen-
better than
than
Jalen
Jalen
Phillips. But
Phillips.
damn,
Plus, he hasn't been hurt as much as Jalen Phillips
No.
has either. So him getting that much money, I don't think anyone saw that coming. Like, I was reading stuff for Bill Barnwell's, contract projections that he usually does for ESPN at the start, of last week. He said Jalen Phillips was like 23 to 25 million. He ended up getting 30.
yeah,
that's
that's
ridiculous.
a huge increase in money. right there.
From what everyone was expecting.
Yup.
So, I mean, hey, good for you.
Good for
your
Jalen
money.
Phillips. Yeah, maybe he can. Who knows? Maybe he can turn it around and stay healthy for the whole time there, and because he has potential to get double-digit sacks and
He does.
all these pressures. So
He does.
he
have
has to live up to it.
potential
but if I get
be a game wrecker, but
but if I get a notification in like week 2 that says, "Oh, Jalen Phillips is gonna have to go to the IR," oh, Jalen Phillips is
Yeah.
gonna have to go back to the IR. Like, oh, you just spent $30 million for a guy that's been put on the IR 3 times so far in the
well,
first year.
even with how he performed last year, it's not like after he got traded here, he blew the doors off or anything. He got 3 sacks over the first 2 games, and then didn't have another one after that.
he had
So
2 good games, and then it was just kind of like,
after that, it was just kind of like, oh, all right, well, here we go.
but in other moves,
Cleveland Browns just signed someone.
yeah, it looks like former Chargers guard Zion Johnson, 3 years, $49 million. Mike Evans to the 49ers for 3 years and $60 million. Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs for 3 years, $45 million.
Dude, him going to the Chiefs, it's like, why? You could have went to any other team. Why the Chiefs?
Tyler Linderbaum for 3 years, $81 million to the Raiders.
Malik Willis,
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years, $45 million.
$67 million.
Oh, 45 is guaranteed. That's what it is. 45
okay.
guaranteed.
The $67 million to the Packers. And not the Packers, the Dolphins. And they just cut
Yeah.
Tua.
Yeah, they didn't-
$99 million
they
dead
didn't-
cap hit.
That's
who's
crazy.
it? Travis Etienne, 4 years, $52 million from the Saints.
Mhm.
Wan'Dale Robinson, 4 years, $78 million from the Titans.
Yep. Devin Bush, 3-year, $30 million from Chicago Bears.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant went to the Chicago Bears too. Who else?
Jamal
Isaiah
Dean.
Likely, 3 years, $40 million to the Giants.
Yep. That one stunk.
Michael Pittman traded to the Steelers.
Kate Otten going back to the Bucks.
So there's been a lot of moves so far in the first. Well, it's 3:00 now as I'm speaking. So in the first 3 hours, there's been a flurry of moves.
I mean, Jamil Dean.
Dean, yeah, we
going
just
to
got to
the
talk about that.
Steelers, $36 million. You got David Onyemata going to the Jets. The Jets have made a lot of moves.
Yeah, they
today.
have. Yeah, they traded for Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, they've made a lot of moves. They also signed another tight. I think they signed Jonnu Smith.
They signed Joseph Asai too.
Yeah, Joseph Asai. I thought I saw Jonnu Smith sign somewhere.
I know he got released. I don't know if he signed anywhere.
Jalen Naylor ends up getting a 3-year contract. And where's he going to?
I think it was the Chargers.
Yes,
I'm
the
not
Chargers.
mistaken, yeah.
Yep.
Trent McDuffie got paid yesterday from the Rams. That was an extension though. That was 4 years out of like 120 something million.
Jahad Donson, 2 years, $15 million to
Yeah,
the
so
Falcons.
he's no longer on the Eagles.
So that's another guy that's no longer going to be here.
What, for the guy that gets one catch every 3 weeks? I mean, no disrespect to Jahan, but like, there's no way he was going to be able to come back.
Well, I mean, it's not like they paid him that much.
It's not, $7 million a season.
But you already said ATN to the Saints, right?
Yeah, I already said ETN to the Saints. And then now we can talk about the extension that Jordan Davis got
Because
for 3 years and $78 million.
he broke the bag.
It's definitely worth it, though. He had a fantastic season. The Eagles obviously didn't want him to become a free agent. So, they definitely...
And rightly so.
Rightly so, yeah. I mean, he should have been a Pro Bowl. He should have been at least like a second-team All-Pro, if that. I mean, he's definitely worth this contract.
And really, he like, remember last season coming in, and there were questions that the team was having as to whether or not they were even going to give him a 5th-year option.
Yeah.
And
now look at this.
now he's the richest defensive tackle in the history of the NFL.
Yeah.
Talk about a turnaround.
It's a really good turnaround for someone that, outside of probably the secondary, I mean, Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, he was probably the best defensive player on the Eagles in terms of game-changing plays.
He definitely had a lot of big moments, and he is definitely a guy that seems to kind of relish that like spotlight of the moment. You know, he seems to kind of enjoy being in the spotlight. He's like that type of personality, it seems. And he had the block against the Rams. He had a big sack the week before against the Tampa, or was Tampa the week after?
That was Kansas City.
The week before.
But he's always come in like through big moments.
Yeah, and he's getting rewarded with a big contract. And
do you think the next?
I think that's worth it for the Eagles.
The next one that's probably going to happen is it's got to be Jalen Carter.
And how much does Jalen Carter get? Since
exactly.
Jordan Davis just broke.
If Jordan
the bank
Davis
right
just
there,
got that, Jalen Carter's probably got to be at least getting $90 million.
Probably north of 100. I would anticipate.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got $100 million.
So he's probably going to go over 3 years. He's probably going to get 4 or 5. And
I would. Jalen Carter at least 5 years or 4 years at $100 million.
Oh yeah, and he could easily go over that too. I could see him.
This
4
is like
years.
once in a generational type of defensive tackle talent.
What did Milton Williams get?
He got like 4 years for. I know he got
102.
He got
right?
He got $100 million. I know that from the Patriots.
105 or 109. It was something in the low hundreds.
4 years, $104 million.
Yeah, 104. Carter's gonna get more than that.
Yeah,
Carter's gonna get more than that. Like, because the upside on Carter is much higher, and I mean, he's probably gonna. I don't think the Eagles are gonna have the money to pay him.
It's gonna be hard for the Eagles because they have so many guys that they have to pay now. You mean we already got Carter? You have to pay Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. I mean, who else are you going to have to pay?
Well, since you're not bringing back Phillips, you got to think you're trying to bring back either one of Nakobe Dean or Reed Blankenship
or
now.
Dallas Goedert.
So, because you just missed out on 20-something million that you were going to commit your cap to. So, maybe they try to now re-sign Nakobe Dean and they move Jahad Campbell to edge rusher potentially, because I know that they experimented with that a little bit last year. But they're going to have to pivot to something because they need defensive end depth.
They will,
and if they lose Nakobe Dean, they also need linebacker depth.
I mean, you can't be really relying. Who else do they have? They have Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell, and who's the third linebacker? Is going to be Smile Mondon.
Or Trot Jr.
Trotter Jr., yeah, I forgot about him.
But Trotter Jr. is severely undersized for the position that he plays.
Yeah.
You know, he's...
Because I'm like, who else are you going to have at defensive end?
You got
besides Jalix Hunt
and Brandon Graham if he's coming back.
Yeah, Brandon Graham's going to come back for his age 70 season. He's going to be walking around in a skeleton costume.
Who else? I mean, what was Byron Young?
He
inside
was
or outside?
Defensive tackle.
Yeah, he was inside. So who else did they even use from the outside other than Hunt?
I don't
Phillips,
know if they're gonna have to get somebody from the draft.
Oh yeah, remember last year before they got Phillips, it was like Ojulari was out there.
It was Ojulari. It was Darius Smith.
The other guy too from Kansas City. He had like 12 or like 13 sacks a couple of years prior. Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting his name.
Yeah, they forgot they have Nolan Smith too on the edge as well.
Yeah, they do have Nolan Smith.
Mm-hmm.
But that means you're relying on Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt plus what? Maybe 30-something-year-old Brandon Graham. How old's Brandon Graham now? 36?
39.
39, yeah. So you're going to have him out there for what?
He's a free
10
agent.
snaps a game?
He's a free agent, too.
So,
it's not like he's...
I mean, he's not going to go...
Vet minimum. Dude,
he's not going to go anywhere other than Philadelphia.
No.
But, I mean, if you do bring him back, it's not like he's going to be able to play any uptick in the amount of snaps that he did from last season. He's probably going to be playing about 20%. So, if that's the case, you need another 2 bodies in your rotation. Because you can't just have Jalix Hunt and Nolan Smith out there at 90% of the play.
One of them gets injured. Who are you stuck with now?
And as we know, Nolan Smith has got a very fair injury history.
Yeah,
very
yeah,
good injury history.
that's one of the guys I don't see the Eagles paying is Nolan Smith because of the injury history.
Yeah, and I wouldn't disagree with them because he hasn't produced enough with the amount of injuries he's had to commit to him long term. I mean, some other team will probably take a gamble on him, but
That's fine, yeah.
the Eagles are going to have to do something to get this, because there's a lot of stuff on this defense that is now a question with the fact that Jalen Phillips is not going to be here now. You now have a question, all right, well, what do we do with the linebacker spot? Do we go after Nakobe Dean? Do we continue to just let him walk? Do we move Jahad Campbell?
That's the thing. I don't want to let Nakobe Dean walk
linebacker?
because apparently the Cowboys are like heavy favorites.
And, Christian Parker probably has a lot of, probably really wants to get Nakobe Dean in the building.
Yeah, especially since
And-
he's the new defensive coordinator.
And not only that Nakobe Dean was one of the captains of the team last year. He was the guy that was calling the plays on the defensive end for the team once
So
he
you're
came
gonna
back.
leave your captain leave for the division rival?
Exactly.
That's-
And Christian Parker, I mean, I'm sure you want to have some familiarity with the guy that is running your defense on the field for you your first year into somewhere that you haven't been before. So it would make a lot of sense for them to go after a guy like Nakobe Dean. Plus, they have the money to do it because
Yeah.
they traded away Micah Parsons. They have all this cap space
And
now.
they restructured the
CeeDee Lamb
contracts
and
Dak.
Dak Prescott and I think Tyron Smith.
Yeah, they restructured all those
Yeah,
contracts. Save a ton of cap space.
Like they brought Prescott's cap hit down from $52 million to 20-something million.
Wait,
That
that's-
is a
that's
huge amount of
insane.
cap you just opened up. Like, so they have the money to go out there and get Nakobe
especially for
Dean.
someone like Dak who's getting paid $60 million a
Yeah.
season. Like, holy fuck.
His cap hit, I think his hit against the cap was like 52 point something million for this upcoming
My
season.
Goodness.
And they were able to restructure it to reduce it to like 26 million. So they just saved like $30 million so they can now.
yeah.
And that's just from Dak's contract.
think
I don't know how much they saved on CD and Tyron
I don't know
Smith's.
yeah either.
So they could have
The
potentially
Eagles are
freed
gonna
up
have
like 50 million
so
in
much
cap space.
so much cap hits.
And
Dallas
they did
Goddard's hit is like negative 20 million.
They did restructure Michael Carter
Michael
II
Carter.
to free up a little bit of cap space, but not much. So there's really not a lot of money that they have to work with.
I mean, yeah, they restructured his cap space, but that's about it. Like, who else who are you going to be able to sign?
Unless you can restructure someone else's deal, like either Jalen or AJ, which I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think you're going to be able to restructure AJ without him wanting to walk his way out of the NovaCare complex.
And it's not like Devontae Smith's probably going to take a pay cut to. I mean, he's going to be like, "What? I outproduced AJ Brown last year. You want me to take the pay cut?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Maybe
So-
maybe you grab one of the offensive linemen, but
Yeah, I
even
mean,
still,
Still, that's not going to be. I mean, if you restructure
Like
like
Cam
Lane Johnson
Jurgens?
or Cam Jurgens, it's going to free up maybe 10 million. It's not
Yeah,
like
it's
they're
not-
making
no,
a ridiculous amount.
restructuring one of these contracts isn't going to free up a lot unless you take someone like Hurts who's making
Yeah,
$51
who's making a
million.
ridiculous amount and restructure it. So they are put in a bit of a sticky situation. But I did hear something when I was coming in on the radio. So ESPN senior writer Mike Garafolo was talking to people, executives at the Combine. And he said that apparently with this whole A.J. Brown trade situation that's going on, one of the things that he wanted to do with the Patriots, which is why he denied it, was he basically wanted them to have a two-part trade.
A two-part trade?
Hear me out here. So Mike
What is this, the NBA?
Mike Garafolo is saying basically that the Eagles were going to give a handshake deal to the Patriots of, hey, you give us who we want in a deal now, and we will give you who you want, A.J. Brown, after June 1st, so that we only take a $16 million cap
Wow.
instead of a $40-something million cap hit. And the Patriots is not apparently the only team he offered that to. He offered that to apparently multiple teams, and all of the other teams shut him down because they were like, dude, we're not going to trust you on a handshake agreement. We're not going to
Howie
trust you.
Roseman going to come out here with a free first-round pick. Hey, you know what, AJ? You're staying with the team, baby.
So essentially, Howie was trying to float the idea to the Patriots of like, yo, you give us like a second, a first, and a third round pick, and we'll trade you like, Darius Cooper. And when after June 1st,
You guys can get AJ.
we'll give you a 7th round pick, and you guys get AJ Brown.
That is the most like scamming idea I've ever seen ever.
And
funny, though.
I don't even know if the league would allow that.
I don't
the
think
league would have
the league
no
would not
chance to allow
that.
that, even if they agreed to do it. Like,
Absolutely not.
There's no shot. The NFL would be like, yeah, this is okay. So I just thought that was something funny that came up on the radio.
That's pretty funny though.
I was like, wow, he's really trying everything he can to, free up some money.
Dude, I would do the same thing, man. Like, shit ain't cheap.
It's not cheap, but
It's not cheap.
that really made me that just made me chuckle to myself. I
That's
was like,
funny,
wow,
though.
Howie Roseman really thinking of everything here.
One more thing about the Eagles. Remember when you were talking about Cam Jurgens, who did that
The stem cell?
the stem cell thing?
Yeah.
Landon Dickerson did it as well.
Oh, what? He's down in Columbia now too?
He went to John Clark said Landon Dickerson went to Columbia to do the stem.
Landon
Cam Jurgens
Dickerson
did it
went too. So maybe the whole hey, didn't you suggest
I
last
said the
week
whole
the whole
offensive
offensive
line?
line? Maybe
Should've
they
thought it.
listened. Maybe everyone's going down on a trip to Columbia now,
Yeah.
Get a
Columbia-
little sun, get a little stem cell injection,
Columbia vacation.
get a nice little Corona, sit on the beach. I mean, it doesn't sound like too bad of a time.
Nah, not at
It
all.
sounds like it's pretty good, not gonna lie.
Here's another free agent signing. John Franklin Myers has signed 3 years, $63 million deal with the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh, okay.
We're getting somewhere.
Still surprised, honestly. I haven't seen anything about Dallas Goedert or Nakobe Dean.
I haven't either, but, anything could happen in the snap of a finger.
I know, but with how the tight ends have been flying off the board, the fact that Dallas is still there.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know
Like-
how much he's like asking
Yeah, how
for.
much is he? I mean, he is coming off an 11 touchdown season.
Yeah, I heard reports saying
If he wants something like 17 million or something like
Yeah.
that, then I don't know if he's gonna get it.
like Dalton Schultz got like $12 million.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna want
Dallas Goedert's
more
going to
than
see
that.
that and I won like 14 to 16 million
right. Yeah.
dollars.
So that is one thing. We have no idea how much he's asking for, but still, with a guy that had 11 touchdowns, the fact that no one's willing to
Literally
maybe
led
pony
the
up.
Eagles in receiving touchdowns.
I know, like the fact that no one's willing to pony up 17 million, maybe just for a 1-year contract. I don't know, because if you're Dallas Goedert, are you in the position to say no to a 1-year, $17 million deal, and be like, no, I want 3 years for $30 million?
I mean, it really depends. There's no point in taking 3 years for $30 million.
Right, you might as well just
10 million.
Yeah, you might as well just take the 17. So get another one. So Giants to get linebacker Tremaine Edmonds on a 3-year, $36 million deal.
Oh wow.
So Tremaine Edmonds leaving the Chicago Bears and going to the Giants have gotten good today,
Yeah.
dude. Giants have signed a decent amount of good
got-
players.
Isaiah Likely from Baltimore. We
Yep.
just talked about that. Now Tremaine Edmonds, Pro Bowler right there.
I think they didn't they sign a defensive tackle as well?
I don't remember
A little
them signing
earlier
a defensive
today.
tackle, but I know that now they have Tremaine Edmonds, and now Isaiah Likely, $23 million guaranteed. So it's time for Howie Roseman to wake up for once.
I mean, Howie's got to start to get the ball rolling here on something.
He's got to.
'cause at the rate that this is going, most of the guys that
Free
you're going to
agency,
want is
free
going to...
agency's flying off the board.
Free agency's over before it's starting.
Yeah.
It's already, half of the people I feel like have already been signed. They've already committed somewhere. Now, of course, none of these deals are technically finalized. So...
No,
Another
they won't be
team could-
finalized until Wednesday.
Yeah, the start of the league year,
That's
which
that's
I
when the
forget what
start of
day
the
it is.
league year is, because that's when all the players that's when all the release,
trades and
the
stuff goes
trades can be
through.
official, the
Gotcha.
signings, the cuts. So Tua's cut today. Kyler Murray's cut already.
Right.
They obviously aren't going to be official till
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah,
But
that's why no team has signed any players that have been released.
even though we do see all these moves, none of them are technically official yet. Someone could, like another team, could potentially come in and offer one of these players more money, and they could flip.
They could, yeah.
Yeah, they
But
do
if
have
you-
the option to do that
Mhm.
because none of them have actually signed anything yet.
No,
This is
it's-
all handshake agreements and like verbal, like, "Hey, I'm gonna come to you."
Yeah, it's,
type of
it's
stuff.
handshake agreements that aren't waiting until June 1st.
not a Howie Roseman handshake
Yeah.
where he's got his fingers crossed behind his back. But that is always a possibility that some of these moves could end up not panning out. You know, people could fail physicals as well. And
Yeah,
that
we've
could,
seen that before.
Yep, we've seen that before where people end up failing a physical and then they end up not signing with the team. So this is all pre-official, but
Most likely official.
yes.
On Wednesday.
And I would expect probably by Wednesday, if we're not going to get anything on Nakobe Dean or Dallas Goedert or Reed Blankenship today, I expect that probably by Wednesday they will either be returning to the Eagles or on another team. Because I don't think... Maybe Dallas will hold out a little bit because he's held out
Like
before in the
Dean or
past.
Blankenship should be
Yeah, and there's
either
guys
on
are
a new
on...
team or on the Eagles by Wednesday, like what you said.
And especially Nakobe Dean, he's probably the number 1 or 2 overall rated linebacker that's still available at this point. And then Reed Blankenship is, I would think, one of the better safeties, but safeties usually don't go early, I feel like. Safeties
I don't
usually
think
they wait
Blankenship
a
is
little
gonna
bit.
Be costing. I don't think Blankenship's going to be commanding a lot either.
So what I heard on the radio was like 4 years at $8 million per year,
That's not bad.
which honestly I would sign up for that.
That's
for Reed
$32 million
Blankenship.
for
4 years?
4 years. Yeah, I seen one for 3 years and $24 million with
Yeah,
15
so-
guaranteed.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you guarantee him over those 4 years. You guarantee like 20 of it,
Yeah,
maybe. Like so, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to bringing him back on that type of deal. Obviously, if it's gonna be something like 12 million, I don't think the Eagles are gonna have the resources to match 12 million from another team. But if it's only 8 million, and your other options are Sidney Brown and Andrew Bakuba
Yeah.
right now, you kind of got to do
two
something
guys
to
that
get.
are basically walking hospital beds.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you get Reed Blankenship back in the door, and if not him, you gotta sign someone. I would think that's at least at the same skill level, because you can't really afford to have a drop off in safety play. I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
and especially with the fact that you got a lot of new pieces that are gonna be coming in to fill these holes, unless Nakobe Dean doesn't leave, then you're going to need someone that's in the back end of the safety that knows where to be positioned where everyone else is. You know, like you bring in someone new that doesn't have any familiarity with playing with any of these guys, you could have a pretty rough couple of first weeks adjusting to the play style and where you need to be positionally on the field.
Anything to get Sidney Brown off as the safety.
And I really don't want to see Sidney Brown playing safety. I'm very comfortable with him sticking on special teams. Same with Keely Ringo, and
Yeah, we
Adoree
don't need
Jackson's
to be, we need
gone.
to be seeing Ringo.
So
I
you
think
need
Adoree
to
Jackson is
get
a
somewhere
restricted
else.
free agent.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're not going to bring him back, you got to at least get someone else in here, because I do
Mhm.
not want Keely Ringo playing. And I guess Bennett's still here, isn't he? Because he's on his rookie deal.
Bennett's still here. Yeah.
But still, that's another guy that has not been able to stay on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get someone else in here if you're not going to bring back Adoree Jackson. And there's just a lot of holes that Howie Roseman's got to fill right now for this defense and for this team as in general. You know, you lost your number 3 wide receiver. You got to go get another one. You're probably going to lose your tight end. You lost one of your top 2 defensive ends. You might lose your outside linebacker. You might lose your safety. That's a lot of positions that
It is,
he's
yep.
going to have to fill. So he's got his work cut out for him, and there's not a lot of resources for him to go and use to fill all those holes. So it's going to be interesting to see what Howie Roseman's able to do with the limited money that's available to him. Especially if you got to worry about locking up Nolan Smith next year, or
But it's just
if
gonna
Jalen
happen.
Carter has a good season, you got to pay him next season probably. So there's a lot of stuff that Harry Roseman's got to figure out.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'll figure it out, though. He's a great GM.
Also, we got another signing. So the LA Chargers signed tight end Charlie Kolar. So that's another tight end off the board. That is not Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
3-year, $27 million. Titans signed Cordell Flott on a 3-year deal.
J.K. Dobbins is nearing a deal with the Broncos.
Okay, so he's going to go back to the Broncos most likely.
That's all the free agency updates for now.
For now, but we'll probably
get some more as we continue.
Yeah. So you want to move to, I guess, the Sixers now?
Yeah.
And the fact that the whole team is getting hurt once again?
Yep, the injuries are falling like dominoes. Joel Embiid's out for another week. Paul George is still out for the rest of the month. VJ Edgecombe's back is...
I mean, he's not playing tonight, so...
Not playing tonight. Tyrese Maxey's finger sprained.
He's not playing tonight.
So we
have no idea if
four starters out against the Cavaliers team, which is like second or third in the East.
The way that
they're gonna lose by 50.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna lose by 50, but the way that it's looking, they're probably gonna fall to like the 10 seed. Because not only do they have the Cavs, I wrote this down. They have 19 games remaining, right? Here's 11 of those 19 games.
I wrote about it too.
The Cavs,
Pistons, Timberwolves, Pistons, Spurs, Thunder.
You got Pistons twice. You got Nuggets twice. You got the Spurs, the Thunder still, the Rockets.
Like, these are not teams that are just...
The Charlotte Hornets that have been on fire lately.
Yeah,
they won like 11 out of 13.
These are not teams that are easy games.
No, like you still got the Heat coming up. And
then the Hawks, who they've freaking lost all 4 games to in the season
series. Got swept in the season series to the Hawks, and that's the team that's behind you right now as the number 9 seed, and you're the number 8 seed.
You're the number 8
so you're going to lose that tiebreaker. We were the number
6 seed just a week ago, now we're at the number 8 seed.
Yep. And if Maxey's not going to be playing for more than these 2 games without VJ, who knows how long VJ is going to be out for. He's kind of been day-to-day, but he hasn't played in, 4 games now?
He hasn't played since Wednesday night.
So
now you're without Maxey for at least 2 games. You're without Embiid for at least 1 more week. You're without George until the 25th, so that's at least 2 more weeks.
And a lot of those teams that we just said are coming up within the next
2 to 3
10
weeks.
games.
Yep.
They're not towards the later stage
this
where
is
you're
not
going to get Paul
April.
George back.
Mm-mm.
No, this is
they have to play
happening this month.
OKC again. McCain's probably going to drop like 70 on them in his redemption tour.
So it's here. Let me pull up their exact schedule so I can see. I know they play the Cavs tonight. They're on the road, so that doesn't help. And after tonight,
here I'll pull it up.
They got the Grizzlies next.
Another hard team.
Grizzlies not really too much. I mean, they're 20.
Okay, here we go.
39.
Here we go. Cavaliers, Grizzlies, Pistons, Nets, Trailblazers, Denver Nuggets, Kings, Jazz, Thunder, Bulls, Hornets, Heat. And that's March. And then April, Wizards, Timberwolves, Pistons, Spurs, Rockets, Pacers, Bucks.
I mean, that stretch of Timberwolves, Pistons, Spurs, Rockets, you could lose all 4 of those games.
You could,
and potentially fall out of the play-in tournament.
They could be like the 7 seed, and then they're stuck at seed 11 and within a week of each other.
Literally the last game of the season, you could potentially be playing the Bucks for the final play-in tournament spot.
Oh, God.
Because that's who is just outside of the play-in tournament right now.
I hate the play-in tournament so much. It's such a joke.
So the Sixers are, I think they're 4 or 5.5 games up. So it's a lot of ground that Milwaukee would have to make up.
But if the Sixers continue to slide, anything
exactly.
They could slide all the way down, and the Bucks won't even have to make up a little bit of ground. They could just...
So the Bucks are 6 games back.
Tied with the Sixers. Okay.
And if the Sixers were sitting here and we're highlighting 11 out of the 19 they could lose, they could easily make up those 6 games.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that last game of the season could be for who gets into the play-in tournament. Is it the Sixers or is it the Bucks? So I still think that they have a decent enough lead. And luckily, the teams that they do play outside of the 11 that we highlighted aren't extremely good. Like they play the Jazz. Jazz are a joke. They play
They play the
they
Jazz.
play the Wizards. The
Wizards are a joke. The Kings are a joke.
Yeah, the Kings
Nets are a joke.
The Pacers are a joke.
Yeah.
So they do have some games that you would expect them to be able to win pretty comfortably.
But I mean, they've shown that they could lose to the Pelicans.
Yeah, and we're talking about them losing 60% of the last 19 games that they're playing. If they're going to lose 11 out of 19, or if we're highlighting 11 that they could lose, they're probably going to lose one of the games they should win.
Yeah, and it's probably going to come against one of these terrible teams like the Jazz or the Pistons. Not the Pistons,
or the Nets.
The Nets, yeah.
So
because they were like they squeezed out a win against the Jazz. They barely beat them.
And the only reason that they were able to beat them is because the Jazz don't want to win.
They don't.
The Jazz are actively trying to lose.
They're trying to tank.
Game.
They're gonna get accused of tanking and then lose their first round pick.
It's because they're not hiding it.
They're not.
They're literally not even hiding the fact that they're just trying to lose every game from here until the rest of the season. That's why they asked 3 of their players to get season-ending surgeries at the All-Star break. I mean, the Sixers are not in a good spot, and I have no idea what does this team do going forward. What is the answer for this team? Do they trade Joel Embiid? Do they trade Paul George? Do they cut one of them?
Yeah,
do they trade Maxey to try to get more draft
picks? Find someone that will actually take on that contract. But don't worry though, they sold high on Jared McCain.
Like, what do you do going forward?
I think
from
you have
here?
to. For the first thing you have to do is sell the team and just obliterate the entire front office, and you have to rebuild the front office before you can rebuild the team.
Let's get Brian Colangelo back in here.
Yeah,
he may have tweeted about his own players, but at least he
at least he shows he cares. You have Daryl Morey trading
like Josh Harris.
You have Daryl Morey selling high on McCain because they thought they could get a good return.
Realistically, the only reason they did that is because the owner didn't want to pay the luxury tax money, and Jared McCain was a contract you could move to get under it. So
yep. Even though Joel Embiid was like, "Can you guys go over the tax for me so we can win?"
Nah, Josh Harris is too concerned with running the New Jersey Devils and the Washington Commanders.
He's
instead.
too worried about. He's too worried about the damn Redskins. He's too worried about the Redskins and Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, think about it. He's got basically one own team in each sport. Right?
Yes.
He's got
New Jersey Devils, Redskins, Sixers, and Crystal Palace.
So the only league he's not in is baseball.
No.
Essentially. So baseball is going to be the next league to get polluted by Josh Harris and Blitzer Entertainment.
He'll be the new owner of the Athletics, so you can ruin that team already. Can't even ruin that terrible franchise.
Oh, man. But it's clear that the 76ers are not team number 1 in that pecking order when it comes to Josh Harris. They are probably team 3 or team 4.
Honestly, probably team 4.
Like, the pecking order in his mind is Commanders and then Devils and then probably...
Yeah, he seems like he does not care about the Sixers. And
he really doesn't seem like he does.
We need someone that cares.
That's kind of a problem. The fact that he's too focused on running his other sports teams to run this one. Is Josh Harris leaving, though? The simple answer? I don't really know if that's the case.
Well, you got to get Josh Harris to sell the team, and you got to get Daryl Morey out of Philadelphia, too. That's another thing.
And ultimately, the biggest problem is the fact that the biggest problem is the fact that your best player is not available. That's really what it comes down to.
Players are not available.
Like, your best player is never available whenever you need him. And if that's the case, you're never going to get anywhere in the NBA.
Well, you gave him the freaking contract of a lifetime. So that's on you, Josh Harris.
Do you think this offseason is finally the time to seriously consider get rid of Joel Embiid?
A rebuild?
Yeah.
Depends how far they go.
So
if they don't even make the freaking play-in, I'm all in on a rebuild. If they get bounced in the play-in, I'm in on a rebuild.
Let's say they're the 10th team, so they squeak into the play-in, lose first game, and they're out.
If they squeak into the 10th seed and they're the first team out in the play-in,
yep,
rebuild.
Rebuild?
Yeah.
What if they win one game as the 10 seed, but then lose the next one?
Rebuild.
Still rebuild, right?
Rebuild.
And honestly, I'm at a point where I think they just need to rebuild no matter what, because it's just not working, and it hasn't worked for 10 years.
When they lost to Boston in Game 7, remember that?
Yeah,
I was saying they should have started their rebuild after the loss to Boston.
and they probably should have.
And
They
I
would have
didn't.
been able to
I
get
barely watched.
better return.
I barely watched the game the next season, and then they made the playoffs, and then they got bounced in the first round by the Knicks, and I was like, well, what's next? And then I see the notification they signed Paul George,
Yep.
and the disappointment on my face as I read that notification on my phone, and I was like, they're not going to be good. And look what happened. They finished with 24 freaking wins the next season.
I mean, we both sat here and we're both like, don't sign Paul George. And then they signed Paul George.
They signed him.
I was able to talk myself into it a little bit, but man, signing him and giving Joel the extension so that the two of them would be lined up to both leave together was probably one of the worst things that Daryl Morey could have done contract-wise for this team. Because even if you just had Paul George on his contract, that's still much more manageable for you to work with than having Paul George and Joel Embiid on the contracts that they're currently on now. So at this point, just blow it up. Like, I'm ready to just say blow it up, trade Joel, trade Kelly Oubre.
I wouldn't trade Tyrese Maxey. That's the only person I wouldn't trade.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
gonna need like 2 first-round picks for Tyrese Maxey and a player.
yeah, it would be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander type of
It
trade.
would have to be
It
like
would have to be.
I would need at least like I would need way too much assets for Tyrese Maxey's services.
Because what did the Thunder trade to get Gilgeous-Alexander from the Clippers?
Like a Jillian first and Paul George.
So, yeah, like you're going to need that type of return in order to trade Tyrese Maxey. But willing to say trade away Paul George, trade away Joel Embiid, trade away Kelly Oubre, trade away... I mean, I don't really want them to have to do this, but if it's going to get you solid return, trade away VJ.
I wouldn't trade away VJ Edgecombe or Tyrese Maxey.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like you're going to get much return for Joel Embiid and Paul George at the stage that they're at.
Well, it'll kick off a rebuild and it'll save us a ton of freaking money in cap space.
Yeah, it will. And maybe you could bring in free agents the following season to potentially do like a quick turnaround, maybe, if you still do have Maxey and VJ. But they got to do something else other than just putting all their faith in Joel Embiid, because it has not worked.
It's like the 10th year they
not
put
worked.
their faith in Joel Embiid. And they've gotten nowhere.
Yeah, they haven't even gotten to the second round.
No, they haven't even got to the Eastern Conference Final.
So, as great of a player that Joel is, it's clearly just not going to work here.
I mean, we've given Joel help. Paul George, Harden. It's just never worked out.
And the best chance that they had was probably when they lost to the Hawks, or
the best chances where they had was
the year before,
the 1 seed
when the Toronto won it, and they had Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons could actually still play basketball.
They had 3 chances. The one you just said with Butler, the Hawks with the 1 seed.
Yep.
And with Harden, and they were 3-2 up on the Celtics.
Yep.
They just needed 1 win.
And lost at home and lost in Boston.
Yep.
And not only did they lose in Boston, they got fucking destroyed in Boston.
Demolished in Boston.
They got destroyed in that Game 7.
The Mother's Day meltdown in Boston.
Like, they got absolutely boat raced in that game.
The Sixers in Game 7s on Mother's Day are 0-2.
I mean, the Sixers in Game 7s just overall don't have a good record.
Do not have a good record, yeah.
Whether it's Mother's Day or not. They do not have a good record on
0-3 on Mother's Day, and one of them was the Kawhi shot.
Or elimination games. They have horrible record in elimination games, period, whether it's for them or the team they're going against. How many times have we seen them with a team on the ropes and they can't get that final win to eliminate them?
I forget. I don't even remember the last time they won an elimination game. It was when they were down.
It's because they haven't.
They was 3-1 Knicks, and then Maxey hit like a clutch shot. He hit like a clutch 3, and then he sent the series back. 3-2.
So that was the Knicks series, and that was
Yep.
2 years ago.
And that was the last elimination game that they won.
Like, they do not play very well in elimination games. And I don't know where that stems from, but do you maybe also look at getting rid of Nick Nurse, bringing a new coach in here?
Yeah. Nick Nurse is not a good coach.
So who would be like a guy that you would? Is there anyone that you would
I don't
have
really
a
know
particular
I
interest
don't
to
know
bring in?
basketball coaches like that.
Because I don't even know who's available, but I know that there's always a flurry of
Coaches will be-
firings and hirings in the offseason.
There's going to be tons of firings in the offseason.
Right. But basically, would you want them to bring in someone that's already coaching right now, another team, or bring in someone that would be like a fresh coach to the NBA?
Probably someone that's coaching a team, especially if they have if they're keeping Joel and Paul George.
Yeah, I
Like, to
guess
bring
it would
someone in
depend on their personnel.
Yep.
Okay. But
The last two coaches they've had are the big names.
yeah,
Like
which is Nick Nurse and Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers, yeah.
And-
Doc.
Honestly, Brett Brown did a lot better than the two of them ever
Yeah.
did. And Brett Brown was not a big name when they hired him.
Nope.
He was, coach of basketball in Australia when they hired him, right?
And-
or some shit.
Brett Brown's done a better job than Doc and Nick Nurse.
Where is he right now? Maybe you could bring back.
I think he's on last time I checked, he was on San Antonio staff. But,
bring back BB. Bring him back.
Oh God,
Brett
bring
Brown?
back Brett Brown.
Hashtag BBB. Bring back Brett.
So yeah, he's the assistant coach for the Spurs.
Okay, for the Spurs.
Yeah, and right now they're the second seed in the East. I mean,
And-
not the East, the West.
And he got picked up probably when Popovich was still coaching there.
Yeah.
So you're letting go of someone that Pop is bringing in. Popovich is widely considered the greatest NBA coach
Greatest-
of all time.
yup.
So the fact that that's where he went, you got to think he would be better in a second time around as being a head coach,
Mhm.
right? Like you would have to think that he would be even better than what he was previously. And it's not like he was a bad head coach previously. Think about it. He had a guy that didn't want to play basketball for 4 years on his team,
Yep.
and he had a winning record with that player on his team every single year. That's not something easy to do.
It's not, no.
You've got a guy who doesn't want to play, and you're somehow still ended up winning. Oh, and just so happens that guy who doesn't want to play is the second best player on your team, and you're still coming out as like the fourth and the third seed.
Yep.
Shit, like,
They were consistent like third and fourth seed
Yeah.
every single year with Brett Brown.
and I would say that Brett Brown probably didn't have as good of rosters. The 1 year he did with JJ Redick and
Butler.
but all those other seasons, I would say that
No, they were process seasons.
Right.
They were,
and he did a pretty good job with it. So honestly, I wouldn't be upset if they brought back some Brett Brown if he would be willing to
if
it.
he would be willing to, yeah.
I have no idea how the rest of the city of Philadelphia feels, but it's not like he left on like bad terms or anything.
Hey, he just got fired.
Yeah, he never said anything against the fans or against the city or
Nope.
anything. So I don't know. I'd be up for a
think he
round
was
two
due to
of
go, though.
Brett Brown. He probably was. And if you do
Yeah.
bring him in, you can't have Joel here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have him come in to coach the same players. You would have to give him a new
Yeah,
roster.
you got to get. But first, the Sixers need a new roster in general. The
Yeah,
Sixers
that's
need
true.
a new everything. They need a new coach. They need a new
They need a new owner,
roster,
new general
owner,
manager, new coach, new players.
new stadium, which is coming.
And Tyrese, you're the only one that gets to stay.
Yeah.
yeah, everyone else, it's a fire sale.
Yep. New locker room, new conditioning,
New hardwood on the floor, new AC units,
new fans,
new lights.
new everything.
You know, we gotta cleanse this shit. We gotta get all the bad energy out of that Wells Fargo Center.
Oh my goodness.
Or my bad, Xfinity Mobile
Yep,
Arena.
Xfinity
Whoops,
Mobile.
my bad. Are you gonna find me now?
Yeah. Harris Blitzer's gonna find you. No, Comcast is.
But yeah, Sixers got to figure this out, dude. Because I mean, should they just tank? Should they just not even try to make the
No,
play-in?
they're in a position right now where they can't tank, or they can't. They're in a position right now where they can't tank. Because I was reading something earlier, and it was saying like, "Well, you don't have a first round pick because it goes to the Thunder,
Oh shit!
and then you have
yeah,
the Rockets first rounder, which is like in the mid
which
to
is
late
basically
20s.
nothing. So.
Yeah, basically a Uber driver, So you really are in a position where it's kind of like you make the playoffs or bust.
Oh my goodness.
Remember, they're going to start penalizing teams for tanking.
Yeah, I know.
Can't be like the Utah Jazz actively sitting starters when they're up by 10 points in a fourth quarter.
But when you got 4 starters that aren't available, you can probably hide the fact that you're not trying to win when you got to call up 3 guys from the fucking Bluecoats or the 67ers or whatever the hell their name is now.
Dembona getting 45 minutes a game.
Him and Andre Drummond, the twin towers of slow-moving offensive rebounders.
Both of them foul out by the second quarter.
Bro, where's Chris Bassey? Get him in.
Yeah, Charles Bassey.
Where's Paul B? Let's just make it so that every game there's fouls.
You're gonna have Kyle Lowry playing 25 minutes a game.
Get Eric Gordon back here. We need them 34-year-old legs. Seriously, they are not in a good spot.
No, they're not.
And it's I feel like we said this towards the end of the season last year too. It's not gonna get better anytime soon.
No.
Isn't that what we said at the end of last year too? Like, it's not gonna get better anytime soon, and I still don't think it's gonna get better anytime soon. So
no, me neither.
1 year later, and we're right back where we were. So great job, 76ers.
Yep.
Great season.
Yeah, great season. Jesus.
Way to really run it back.
What is this, the Phillies?
I mean, they did basically run it back.
Yeah. Besides VJ Edgecombe, yeah.
Everyone else is basically the same.
Yep.
Like, even the guys that they are, like the younger guys, like Justin Edwards was here last year. So the only real new blood on this team has been VJ Edgecombe. I don't even think anyone else has really played that's been like a new addition or signing. Him and Cameron Payne, since they signed Cameron Payne.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
Yeah, other than that, they haven't had anything. Because Edwards was here last year. Oubre was here last year. Drummond was here last year. Bono was here last year. I'm trying to think. Is there literally anyone in their rotation? Like, Grimes was here last year.
Maybe just like a bunch of like G Leaguers. I mean, like Lonnie Walker Lonnie Walker's gone.
Yeah, Lonnie Walker's gone. But I feel like the entire rotation of what they're throwing out there every night is the same exact rotation that they were using last year.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's not like that was a good team last year.
It wasn't, but now I don't even know what it's going to be like now.
It's definitely not going to be. It's not going to be good for the next 2 to 3 years until you finally get out from underneath those Paul George and Joel Embiid contracts. I don't see it getting any better.
All right, so that was. So before I wrap it up here, no free agents for the Eagles so far, as we're speaking. As of 3:47, no free agents for the Eagles.
And nothing on the guys other than the previous 2 leaving to go to other teams
Nothing
either.
yet so far.
Yeah.
So next week we should have a definite answer on whether or not Dallas Goedert, Kobe Dean, Reed Blankenship are going to be here or not.
Yeah.
And we should have another answer on the Sixers of, who knows what position they'll be in in a week from now. So.
Will they be in 10th?
Will they be in 10th? Will they be in 8th? Will they be in 12th? I don't know.
I don't even think it's possible
they
for them to fall
12th,
that far.
Man, that would be disappointing.
I don't even think they can fall that far.
No, they can't.
Because isn't 12th like the Nets with 17 wins? I don't even think it would be possible.
I think the 12th is like Milwaukee or something like that. I don't know.
No, Milwaukee is 11, I think.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe they fall to 10 or 11.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see them falling to 10. Probably not by next week.
Maybe the Eagles should make a signing before next week. So
yeah, maybe the problem is that Joel Embiid's playing the wrong sport. He needs to play football. He needs to be.
He needs to play football.
He needs to be out there with the Eagles, getting hit every day.
Did torn ACL in the first snap of his career, non-contact.
Obviously, I'm not being serious. Obviously, I'm not. This is a joke, everyone. Joel Embiid, if he played in the NFL, would get broken in half because, 7'2" people cannot get speared like that.
Making the 7'2" cornerback. It's spearheaded.
Dude, a guy that's 7'2" cannot get freaking spear tackled to the ground. Their back would break in half. I feel like.
You could fold. You could break his spine in half and then fold him. Fold him like a book.
But
Oh, that was funny.
oh man, regardless, hopefully we have some better news next week about both the Sixers. And hey, who knows? Maybe Tyrese Maxey is only sitting out 2 games, and that's all he's sitting out. And
Yeah.
if they have him in the lineup, then I guess the team is really capable of doing anything, especially if they have him and Joel in the lineup. So here I am again, talking myself into having hope and belief, probably just to see it get shattered.
Yep.
But
Oh my goodness.
that's what we do here in Philadelphia.
See you guys.